Prepare. We should be better prepared. I am. I feel like this chair and my whole setup is like fireside reading, gents, which is not 1984 and not 1985, but 1982 seems interesting. Well, no luck, Chuck. Hi, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. It's very spring-like here. We just are coming off Easter weekend, and you'll notice that I'm a little brighter because I changed this curtain to my summer curtain. We really only have 2 seasons here. I would say we have winter and summer, basically. We have a little like 2-week raining, maybe 3-week rain. So welcome to my channel. Thanks for being here today. I am just doing a quick, really wanted to give you a quick TBR for April. I have a little bit of a cold, so I apologize for the sniffling ahead of time. Is it cold? Is it allergies? Is it COVID? So my TBR for April is ambitious, I would say. Yeah, so there's a readathon that I was considering participating in. So it's the Reading Asia Pacific Readathon for the month of April. And basically they take you on, well, they have some recommendations, and they basically each week in the month of April is to choose an author from a different region. So week 1 is North Asia, week 2 is Continental Asia, week 3 is South Asia, and week 4 is Insular Asia. North Asia, which is the first week, is the region, the countries are China, Japan, North Korea, South Korea, Mongolia, and Hong Kong. But this one I was looking for before at the beginning of the year, and it was sold out online. It was sold out all over the place. It's Jiyoung, born 1982. And I've just heard so many wonderful things about this little book, and it's supposed to be very fast paced. It's almost like a horror pace. Anyway, she's a South Korean author. I'm very in being a millennial and it's about misogyny, I think, and it's about sort of mental health, and apparently she is like accused of being insane. I don't really know. I'm going in fairly blind, but it looks interesting. Just the cover itself, like this cover, it's captivating. Like I want to know why is this woman's face absent? What does it mean? It's 1982. I'm excited and really looking forward to this because I've been looking for it from the time I tried to get it at the beginning of the year. So I will report back. So I'm participating in this readathon, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to cover all the weeks with all of the titles. There's a book that I really want to read, but I'm not sure if I can get a copy of it. But it's a Japanese writer, so then I would be doing 2 writers from this the North Asia region, and I don't know, they're trying to get you to read from one of the different regions for each of the different weeks. So I am and I'm not participating. I don't know how legit that is. I'm sure the organizers they could let me know, but I at least want to give it a try. Okay, I'm reading one book. It's not a readathon, but I'm going to read one book. It's supposed to be a retelling of Wuthering Heights, and I'm gonna, I don't know, show a photo of it here. I'm reading The Handmaid's Tale, which is a reread for me. I read The Handmaid's Tale when I was in high school. Of course, it blew my mind then. So I already know that I really like this book. And then I, of course, watched the series, which I thought was really good, but I hadn't read the book in many years when I watched the series. So I decided, I should revisit The Handmaid's Tale. And I already started, as you can see, I already started rereading it, and it's so well written. Talk about what I think of the adaptation of the book to the series, because I know that some people don't like the adaptation of the series, and yeah, I guess I'm of different minds about it. So I love having that kind of a discussion with people. Like, do you prefer, what type of adaptation do you prefer? Do you prefer one that's absolutely true to the book, or do you like this idea of the adaptation being based on the book, but more elaborate than the book was. I mean, I think the book leaves a lot of questions unanswered, but the TV series answers a lot of questions, and a lot of people don't like that. So I'd be curious to see, for example, in the comments below, what adaptations you really love of books that you love, what adaptations you think are terrible of books that you love. Do you like the idea of making an adaptation or not? When not? I'd be really curious to see what people have to say in that conversation. I would really love to know. And I guess after I finished rereading The Handmaid's Tale, and I may also talk about the comparison between the book and the series, because I've already watched the series. So that would, I think, would maybe, if you're interested or curious about me making a video about that, let me know. So, and this one, I mentioned it already because it was a birthday gift. This is Ann Radcliffe's The Italian, and it's on my TBR for April, and it's kind of big. It's 400 pages, and the pages are, the writing is very small. But I'm really curious about it because it's just so, it's a classic that I hadn't heard of before, and it's supposed to be the basis of the modern day thriller and kind of original Gothic romance. And so I'm really curious to read it, and I really wonder, especially coming off the heels of Wuthering Heights, I'm really curious to see what this book will be like. And it's just really piqued my curiosity. And plus it was a gift. And so I think sometimes when people gift you things and then they are anxious to see what you think of it, it's also nice to try to read it and keep that exchange going, especially with other book lovers. So a variety of different motivations for reading that in April. But in general, I'm trying to challenge myself to read a classic every month. So that would be my classic for this month, although I guess A Handmaid's Tale is also considered to be a classic. So now I'm reading 2 classics. I don't know. Who knows? I kind of think I have a system down for why I'm making these decisions the way I am, and sometimes I just use random number generator. So then I thought, well, okay, I'm reading 2 kind of classic, more serious book, a dystopian, and I think I need like a mystery, something to go to. I tend to read more than one book at a time. I don't know if that's true for other people, but I almost always have more than one book on the go at the same time because I like variety, and I find that I actually read more that way if I have something to go to when my brain needs a little bit of a rest. If it's a book that's a little bit more demanding, like a classic, then I can go to something a bit lighter, read that for entertainment. Not that classics can't be entertaining, but you get what I mean. Like different styles of writing at different, sort of serve different purposes, I guess, in some ways. So I picked up Sharp Objects, which I read Gone Girl, and I really like Gone Girl. I mean, I read Gone Girl ages and ages ago, but I have never read Sharp Objects. And then again, I guess I don't know if this read something and then watch the series or the adaptation and then talk about what you think of the adaptation. I don't think there's an adaptation of The Italian, but maybe, I don't think there is, but let me know if there is. But for Sharp Objects, there certainly is. So that could be, could do when I finish reading Sharp Objects. So that's 4 books already. And as I've mentioned before, my average in general per month has been 4 to 5 books, depending on how demanding my work responsibilities are for the month. I'm really pushing myself to try to read a little bit more. So I have a bonus book, a bonus read, and I also have a read that I think I'm going to be starting in April and probably continuing to read through May. So the book that I'm going to start in April and likely won't finish, or I'm not expecting to finish, and then I'm giving myself through to May. I mean, I don't like to put hard deadlines, but I'm gonna read A Little Life, which was on my TBR for the Tis the Damn readathon, and I just didn't get to it. I don't know if it was because it was the book that I'd chosen for Fearless, and it was so intimidating that I just got so intimidated. I think more the case was just that I was reading the other ones first, and I just didn't finish. I just finished Circe, and not really quite in time for the readathon, so I just didn't get to A Little Life, and so I'm going to start it this month, and I guess just because of the others that I'm reading, I'm not sure that I'll be able to finish it for April. Maybe I will. It's also quite a big book. I mean, it's definitely long. It's 800 pages, so I think that's probably not very realistic for me to finish it in April. I know I'm going to start it, probably something that I won't get finished until May, but I'm definitely going to start it in April. And then last but not least, and this is my bonus book. This is really one of those books where it's like, I don't know. I just don't know. But if I need something to balance out the Italian or A Little Life nearer to the end of the month. And I'm finished Handmaid's Tale, which by the way is going very fast. The Handmaid's Tale is going very quickly. I just started it yesterday and I'm already more than 65 pages in. I have a feeling it's going to be finished within the week. It's just so good. And then Sharp Objects is a little bit short, and the Kim Jiyoung book is short. I'm going to tackle I'll Be Gone in the Dark. And I think because it's nonfiction and because it's like heavy content, it's probably something that I wouldn't just sit down and read all the way through. I'm going to probably dip in and out of this one. So that's my bonus book for the month. I talked about I'll Be Gone in the Dark in a video of my birthday book haul. So you can watch that. And I just talked about the Italian in that one as well. It's written by Michelle MacNamara, and it's all about her experience as a kind of an armchair detective tracking down the acclaim for her writing in that HBO documentary was really what, and the fact that she sadly passed away while she was working on this project. Anyhow, it just piqued my curiosity, and I've heard the writing is really great in this book, and so I like reading true crime more than I would normally read in a month, and A Little Life is in there, so whew, they're heavy. So let's see what I end up being able to accomplish. Thanks so much for spending this time with me. I'm sorry it was so wobbly today. My table is imbalanced, and doing this kind of on the fly in between classes and in between presentations, so really wanted to get one out there for you before, I mean, it's already April 6th. Let's face it. You know, my April TBR, my wrap-ups are always going to be a week into the next month. So I'm going to do the second part of my wrap-up for the Tis the Damn Readathon tomorrow. So I'll be seeing you soon. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I'm still getting oriented with the screen. I don't know, I'm confused about that. I am babbling. You know what? I feel like there's a lot of double chin happening. It drives me crazy.